Hello my friends and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD with mods. This is episode 3. In episode 2 we went ahead and got quite a few more of our missions set up, and some of them are making pretty good progress. And we're now left with just a couple that are pretty long routes. So let's go ahead and get a crack in and get some of these set up. So we're going to start here with the liver bee and knock out both of these at the same time because they're both are going to come from the same farm. So it's just a case of setting up two different kinds of vehicles once we get the road all the way there. So I just need to remind myself of where they are relative to each other. The farm is here and the factory is way down here. Okay. So it's basically going this way a long way with lots of hills. As I recall, the other one was just even further, so anyway, let's just go ahead and start dragging out a road here. Need to build a little bridge, a little concrete bridge, that'll work. And pick the road back up and continue on our way. Let's stop back here. Oh wow, first we have to get more money apparently. Alright, let's try this again. Now where exactly is this farm relative to the city? It's past it and then to the right, so we'll keep going past the city here, it's about there, and then pick up from the farm itself to catch back up to the road somewhere around here or so. That is just such a long route. Okay, so we need a depot. We'll put it right there, I guess. And we need the actual truck stations. So one there, and one right here. Okay. So now, I should have left the depot window open. That was foolish. Oh well. Okay, new vehicle. So we're going to do a green. There we go. And we will name that, of course, green to liver bee. Fantastic. And we will set its route of depot to farm to factory. Setting the farm as full load. Fantastic. While we're here, I might as well also set up the livestock one, so we'll do that as well. And this one will be livestock to liver bee. Alright, and again, we have to make sure it's on the right stock before we set that route. This is going to take such a very long time to make any money. So we're probably going to have to borrow some more just to keep afloat for a while, but anyway. There. And we'll say full load to that. That one's green to go. Close both of those. And then try and decide how many actual vehicles to send. And I'm starting to get the distinct sense that I built this road to the wrong place. Okie dokie. Wow, that was an extra waste of money. Well, let's try that again, shall we? It's a good thing I hadn't also cloned the actual, cloned the vehicles yet. Yes, this is definitely the one it's talking about. And yes, I can see my road. Okay. So connect that there. I can leave this here. There's no need to delete it. I'm just going to have to change the vehicles to not actually service it, because there's no point. So we actually are going to liver B, not stating port. And you are going... I didn't ask you to move that order. I told you to add the order. Thank you. To liver B, not stating port. Excellent. Well, at least I caught it relatively quickly instead of sitting here years later going, why aren't these updating? And feeling like a real fool. Anyway. So now the real question of the day becomes, how many vehicles to clone? Definitely more livestock than grain. So I think we're going to say 2 clones of grain and 3 clones of livestock. Set everybody to going. They can go in what they can leave in whatever order they like, and that would be fine. Close out all these other windows, and let's watch these guys get on their way. I feel very, very silly for setting that to the wrong factory. But no matter, we fixed it. Not a problem. It's just a continuous chain of horses. Well, maybe continuous, but quite a few. Anyway. Okay. And I just want to get an idea. I'm actually going to let these run the whole route before I do anything else. I just want to get an idea of how long the trip takes. So if they're arriving here, and I'll just use the first one as the example. So they're arriving here approximately April 12th or 13th. We'll call it the 13th. So mid-April. I just want to get an approximate idea of how long this takes. In fact, I'll call it late April by the time it actually loaded. Because I may very well end up wanting to clone more of them, not because of the production speed, but just because it takes so long to get there and back. Because it's been basically a full month and it's not even got back to the depot yet. And this is the short side of the track, so... It will be so nice when we get faster vehicles. Either trains or actual road vehicles with engines in them or what have you. But that will be a ways to go yet. The automobile wasn't even invented, so I want to say the late 1890s or so, early 1900s. I know they weren't on actual production floors until Ford came up with that idea in the early 1900s, 1913 or 15 or something, somewhere around there. So we got quite a ways to go. And it's not like they're going to breed faster horses for us, so... But maybe we'll get boats or something. I'm surprised there's no sailboats, because those were certainly around in the 1800s. Those had been around for a long time by the 1800s. Anyway. So it's been 4 full months so far. And we still are a ways away yet. That's 5 months. It may only get to do this trip once a year. They certainly are not going to make a round trip more than once a year. Okay, that's the 6-month mark. Now, this is such a long trip. I could be wrong, but yeah, this one seems to be breaking down an awful lot. I keep hearing the breakdown noises. Anyway. 7 full months and some change. Because that's going to arrive around the 7th or so. Yeah, so about 7.5 months one way. Wow. But they will be profitable, like it's just not very. But they will be okay, so we can let those go. Alright, so that only leaves us with the one I skipped originally because it was such a long route. So let's take care of that one. Probably... Now, that would have to cross a river. This one would not. So I think we're going to go up to this one. And just have to hope. Oh, it's decent. Certainly not the most production I've seen out of an iron mine, but it will do. There somewhere. While I'm at it, I'll place the truck stop. That's good. And meanwhile, from over here, let's go ahead and start. So I'm coming down this way. I will need to come across from here a ways before I turn upwards. But let's get the station on here first. Good. I'm going to have to borrow more money to actually buy the vehicles. Maybe even just to finish the actual road. Okay, so my road ends here and to there. So it's still, yeah, a very long way to go. Almost certainly going to have to take out, yeah, another loan just to build the road. Well, this is definitely a much harder start than we had last time, that's for sure. But it's good. I think last time was actually a little bit too easy, so I'm glad I upped the difficulty a little bit. Ooh, this is unfortunate. We're going to have to go around this factory. But that might work out well, because then we can avoid this river, so I guess that'll actually be okay. So we can just come up here and meet the road there. On a trip that long, those extra couple corners are not going to be significant. Okay, and we need a depot, so let's just arbitrarily plunk that right there. That'll do. Right, and this was an iron. So let's make sure it's on iron, and if it's not, set it. Perfect. And we shall name it Iron to Penton. Fantastic. And set its route. So maintenance bay to mine, and at the mine it's a full load. And then to here. Nope, 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 nope. That's got to be afterwards. There it goes. Okay. And I'm going to clone it a couple times as well. Production here. What was the production? Was it very high? I think it was decent. I'll probably clone 2 or 3 of them, I think. That should do. Yeah, that should be plenty. Okay. They are all green to go. Get rid of all these extra windows. And we can watch this one get on its way. Fantastic. Oh, it did start. I didn't notice a pop-up, but the Bork AI has started. Doesn't look like it's actually done anything yet, but it has at least loaded. So I guess with an 1800 start, it'll be okay because it can still build road vehicles, but the other AI, the choo-choo one, may not work because I think it only does trains, if I remember the description correctly. So we may have some trouble with that for a while. But we'll worry about that later. For now, we'll just get these guys going here. On another very, very long trip. I think what I will do is start, whenever I can, aggressively chipping down the debt just to lower the interest. That should help the profit level. Because right now we're not doing too bad, but we're certainly not doing very well either. So whenever possible, I'd like to chip away at it a little bit. Yeah, the fact that the money's really just kind of hovering tells me we're not particularly profitable. In fact, I think we're still running at a small loss here. So I may have to invest in a few more vehicles. The fact that they all stop when one of them has a breakdown is also not very good. Anyway. I guess it wouldn't be a big deal if it was the one at the back doing it, but when it's one of the ones at the front, that's not so good. Not very good reliability on these things, that's for sure. Yeah, it's okay, decent production. But that's okay. We'll see how it goes. It's slowly dropping. Not good. I can't believe just how unreliable a simple carriage is. Hard to imagine, but anyway. This gives a good indication. Actually, just watching it hover around the 0 mark makes it very easy to tell what's actually happening. You can tell it's definitely not really doing well. Oh, passed one of the missions already. That's good. Once it's replaced, unless it's a duplicate, we'll have to definitely take out loans to build it up. There are alternates to the Busy Bee script, and one of them mentioned that it was very similar to this, except it actually gave rewards when you completed them. Maybe I should have actually put that one in. Maybe that would have helped this early trouble. But anyway. Let's wait for these guys to get in, make sure they're doing okay, and then we'll start looking at this one. Oh, there's the choo-choo. Like I say, though, from the description, and certainly by the name, I'm pretty sure it only does trains in there. Probably aren't any of those yet. We'll check, but I'm pretty sure there aren't any trains yet and won't be for quite a while. Yeah, definitely not. It would be nice though if it would tell you when the next one was going to be available. That would be a very helpful feature. Then you could get an idea, but off the top of my head, I have absolutely no idea when the first trains become available. You're almost there, buddy. You can do it. And please hurry. You guys are costing me a fortune. Well, individually not much, but it all is adding up pretty harshly. It's mostly the loan interest, I think, that's really causing the problem. Hey, you're just about to arrive. Hooray. Oh, come on, that's not nice. Oh, very good. So because it is such a long route, they actually make a decent pile of money each. So I think these are probably the ones I'm going to want to be cloning. Because I was thinking I need to clone some vehicles to help the cash situation. So I think right off the bat, that's what I'm going to do even before I worry about that other mission. Is I'm just going to clone a bunch more of these. Even though they take a long time to get there, they are definitely worthwhile. And I'm quite sure that the production at the mines can support that. Oh yeah, it definitely can support that. So. Oops. So make sure was the fun port road vehicle was them, right? Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get about that many more. Oh, 3, I guess. Okay. I am okay with that. Let them get going. Now because they're over here, they're going to arrive well enough before these that they should not interrupt the amount of iron available for these guys, so that'll be fine. But now, while they're doing that, let's go look at this other mission that popped in. Let's make sure I'm looking at the right refinery, because there's a couple nearby. And I don't want that little mistake again. Now, where is the nearest oil? Oh, looks like this one right here is the nearest one. Right there. That's got reasonable production. I'm okay with that. Okay, let's go ahead and shovel some more money out of the bank. And get this started. I wonder if I can put a depot close enough, or excuse me, a truck station close enough to pick up both that oil. Well, I can, as long as I put it about here. Excellent, okay. Just in case we ever get a mission over here, that way it's already connected and that'll save some time. Oh, that looks like it's going to hit that house. Let's go ahead and set our truck stop up. And get the two roads to talk to each other. I can't tell, but I think that's connected. Yes, it is. Okay. And a depot can go right there. That's fine. Excellent. So we need oil. Nope, not livestock. Oil. All right. And this will be oil to frotting brie. Excellent. It can only support oil, so that's fine. Right. That's going from there and back to the oil field here with a full load. And then to factory for output. I just did it again. Delete. Keep forgetting that inserts orders above the one that's got highlighted. Messes me up every time. Anyway. And let's get a couple more of them. Let's say 4. That should do. Green to go, green to go. And let's get rid of some of these extra windows. And we can watch this go. And it's off. It's hard to see through the trees, but there it goes. We can repay a little bit of that. I need to keep that as low as I can because this interest is punishing. If I can chip that down even a little bit, then we'll be alright, because that most of the money I'm losing year over year is due to the interest, so if I can chip that down, that will be alright. But I think we're already doing a little bit better. Since I added those extra vehicles, probably that helped. Or maybe just more of them happen to arrive or something. But we certainly seem to be doing a little bit better right now. Now we're arriving to pick up some oil. Activate the station. Yeah, it shouldn't take long after that. Actually get moving here. There it goes. Yes, I know, thank you. Well, it's decent production. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's decent. At least it will forcibly move the vehicles away from each other a little bit, put some space between them. So I guess it's not too bad a thing. Anyway, let's get this guy rolling here. It's going to be hard to see as it goes through the trees here again. But it's almost at the depot. And we're on the home stretch. Really? Again? Right when it's that close? That is harsh. Anyway. See how this does. Not bad, not bad. Not as much as I thought, but not bad. That will be okay. Alright, so at this point, we're just going to let these guys go. We're going to keep an eye on the cash and see if we ever can chip away at this loan a little bit. Clearly not right this moment, but keep an eye on it. Speed up a little bit. So I don't think we'll need to be building anything anytime soon. So these will be 0, which is a huge block out of this. So we certainly are making a small profit, even with the loans, but we haven't paid an interest payment. Yeah, those are pretty brutal. $2,000, $2,500 a month, just in interest. That is pretty brutal. So we definitely need to get that ship down as quick as possible. I do want to check. We can look here and sort these by profit. I guess profit last year maybe would be better. And we got some that aren't doing all that well. Some of these iron ones. But I guess because it's such a long trip, they don't actually get to, especially if they break down a lot, they may not even get in every year. So I guess that makes some sense. I still don't like it, but it does at least make some sense. We're still running at a bit of a loss, so I guess I need a few more vehicles on some of the better routes. Okay, well, let's do that then. As much as I don't want to borrow more to do it, I think we're going to have to. So let's find which ones did the best. So this is saying that not a single thing made any money last year. Wow. Oh, I'm looking at this year. Never mind. That's the number I want to be looking at. So this is the kind of route we need to be duplicating. So let's just go in to here, clone ourselves however many more of these we can get. That's close enough. Let's just get all these going. Perfect. Let's see if that helps. It really should. Yeah, it's not a terribly long route. We got great production there. And coal must pay fairly well. I've never seen any chart or anything of what goods produce how much profit. But I know distance is partially a factor, but the actual goods themselves are a much higher amount of that calculation. So I think this should help. If nothing else, these, because it is a shorter route, they'll come in a little bit more often and be a little bit steadier, and that probably will be useful. So let's go ahead and put the speed up again, and we'll see what we can do here. Still not doing all that well, but we'll give it a bit more time. None of those ones that I just purchased has probably even made it through yet, so yeah, give that a little bit more time before we panic at all. We're running a bit long in this episode, so we may have to put a cut in here soon. interest is just crushing. Darn bankers. Yeah, these all still have a ways to go anyway, so that's okay. Now, like I say, we're running a bit long here, so I think at this point, folks, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. So until next time, everyone, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.